Hello YouTube, this is Mayun J, and today the purpose of this video is to show you a quick comparison and review of the HTC Galaxy S4 clone. This is also known as HTC Galaxy Legend, and the great thing about this clone so far, just to go to the outside review of it, is that as you can see, both of the phones have a 5-inch screen. The clone right here, it has a resolution of 1280 by 620 megapixels of resolution. So as you can see here, comparing both of the phone, they do have very similar screen resolutions and as well as colors. Okay, here the HTC clone has the Samsung logo right on the front. Alright, as you can see right here from the top, it has a 2 megapixel front facing camera, including the sensors such as proximity sensor, motion sensor, etc. Okay, at the bottom here we see the charging port together with the microphone. On the side we see the volume rockers. On the top here we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Together this is supposed to be, well, on the original at least, this is for the TV, to do, so you can program it to turn it on and off. However, this doesn't work on the clone. On the back here we have a 13 megapixel camera together with the LED flash. On the back here we have the Samsung logo as well, and at the very bottom we have the loudspeaker. And then on the right of the phone we have the power button. Okay, and just to compare, guys, the great thing of this phone is that both the back covers fit each other. Not only that, but also the batteries. The batteries fit each other, so that's a great thing. That's a plus, because in the future you want to upgrade the battery in the clone, you can do so with the original battery, and I'm going to show you that later on. Okay, so far here we see here that both of the buttons are located exactly at the same location. On the top here we have the headphone jacks together with the sensors located exactly at the same location as well, as you can see. On the sides we had the volume rockers. As you can see here, the volume rockers are exactly at the same spot. And at the bottom here we have the charging ports. Okay, now let's go ahead and compare the back. I'm going to open the back of each phone. Here we have the clone, and here we have the original. Okay, and you can already see the similarity on each phone. Here we have the micro SIM card slots. We also have here the SD card slots as well. Now the great thing is, guys, and I'm going to show you that this is in fact the original Galaxy. I'm going to turn on, give me 1 second here, it's going to be, hello Galaxy.
I can do a search for Hello Galaxy.
Okay, so here we see that this is actually the original Galaxy. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the battery of the clone and the original, and we're going to swap them out. Just so you see that the batteries do fit each other. Okay guys, so this is the battery for the original, and this is the battery for the clone. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the battery of the original on the clone. Alright, and now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to power it on. And here we see the clone is in fact powering on with the original Samsung battery. Okay guys, so I'm just going to wait until it boots up. Alright, so here we see the phone is fully functional right now. Take off the battery once more, and again I'm going to put the original battery back on here, and the original battery back on the S4. Okay, now this is the cover, as you can see here, from the original Galaxy S4, which is a T-Mobile phone. Also, this back plate fits perfectly well on the Samsung Galaxy clone, as you can see here. Alright guys, so that's definitely a plus. I really like the idea that we can fit now even more parts than from the previous clone that I have reviewed here. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this on. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the similarities of each phone. Alright, let's let him power on. As you saw here, we saw the Samsung logo. Alright guys, so here we see the last screens are very similar on both of the phones. Now the only thing is that the motion sensor on this phone right now only works on either the home screen like this. It also works when you're in the applications screen, so as you can see it'll swipe out. Now it doesn't work, the only place it doesn't work is on the browser. I tried it many times, however it doesn't work. Okay, that's very unfortunate because it would have been great if it does. Now later on it might receive an update or something where we are able to do so. Okay, now next thing we're going to do is we're going to compare the dialers. Of course, on the T-Mobile version of the S4 it's going to be more of white color, and on the other hand on the S4 clone it's going to be slightly different. Alright guys, so here we saw the dialers. The next thing we're going to compare is the browsers. Alright guys, so here we see the browser on the original S4, and here we have the browser on the S4 clone, which is the HTC. Both phones have great browsers. It's pretty much almost the same as well. Okay, now the only thing of course that we have on this phone is the voice command option. On the S4 clone we unfortunately do not have that. Okay, the S4 clone on the other hand, it comes already installed with the Play. It also comes with the Google Maps. As you can see right here, it has the navigation, and the maps are right, let's see, they're right here. Okay, so you don't have to worry about installing the Google Maps. Alright, it comes also pre-installed with many widgets so that you can select from, including weather widgets and so on. Alright guys, and you can also, as you can see, wipe through this and you'll be able to scroll through anything that you want, especially pictures. You can do this with your home screen. You can do this to navigate through your apps. However, it doesn't currently work to be used with the browser. However, you're even capable of answering phone calls with just a swipe. Alright guys, so here we see this. Let's see what else we got here. Now next thing we're going to do is we're just going to perform a Antutu test. I have a previous score here. However, I'm just going to retest just so you see the current score right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the screen now. I'm going to turn this on. Let me see here. Alright, so there we go, it is on. Okay guys, so here as you can see now, the screen is exactly 5 inches as you can see from here. And now we're going to also compare this from the original, just so you see that both of the phones are exactly 5 inches. Alright, so as you can see here, we have the 5-inch logo right here, and both of the phone actually measure 5-inch. Now the next thing we're going to measure is the thickness of the phone. We're going to do that by millimeters. And then here we have the original Galaxy, and this is about approximately 7.9, and on the clone it will be, I think that's right. Let me just go ahead and zero this out. And on the clone, as you can see, is about 7.9 as well. Alright, so both of the phone measure exactly the same. They can be fitted with the same batteries. They can be used with same covers, same screen protectors, so you're pretty much covered. And we're almost done with the Antutu test here. Now guys, you probably won't notice this much from the camera. However, this phone does have a very nice and bright screen, as you can see from the viewing angles. I really enjoy seeing the screen on this phone. It's very similar to the original Galaxy, as you can probably see here. Alright, both of the phones have very good screens. Alright, so as you can see here, I got a score of about 12,816. That's my current score right now. Next time we're going to do here is just we're going to play a quick game. This is going to be Temple Run. Right. So you can see the gaming experience is very nice. So there we saw a quick gaming. Here's the notification center. As you can see, it's very similar to the actual S4, and I'm going to show you that right now. So you can see they are very similar. Alright, and here we have the quick toggles on the top. Alright, so there we see that both of the phones have very similar notification centers. Another thing is on settings. Alright guys, so here we see the similarities on the settings options that you have. Here we have my device. Okay. We also have, I'm going to show you here the system operating system. As you can see, it has 4.2.2, as well as this phone right here. It has 4.2.2. And I'm going to show you that where it says about device. As you can see, they're very similar here. Okay, so let me just tap this a few times. There we see it. And here we see it as well. Alright, so now we see that they both have Jelly Bean 4.2.2. Alright guys. So, you know, there's a lot of similarities between these phones. Another thing I'm going to show you from this phone is also the camera. I have tested the back camera, which is it's claimed to be a 13 megapixel camera. However, I still say that it's mostly like an 8 megapixel camera. The front is a 2 megapixel. However, I have only tested the back from an exterior video. So just watch this video guys real quick and just, you know, make your own judgments on the camera. However, I do believe that it has an awesome camera, so let's go ahead and see that video. Hello YouTube, this is Mayan J, and this is the video test on the HTC Galaxy S4 with the air gesture control. As you can see, the video test is pretty decent. Okay guys, Alright guys, so now we're back here. So there you saw the camera test now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to weight the phones just to see how much they weigh. And here we have the clone. The clone is about 120 grams. And here we have the original Galaxy. It's 132. So the S4 clone here is actually much lighter than the original. This motion sensor, it looks very nice and it's very neat, okay, because you never know when it's going to become handy. Another thing is here we have the quick toggles right over here, just like the original on the left hand side. So on the original you had to hold the back button, but as you can see they're almost identical. Now the only thing is that on the clone it's always activated, and then on the original S4 you had the option to turn it on and off. And just to finish through the specs, this phone does have MTK 6589 quad-core CPU, and I'm going to show you that through the AnTuTu test benchmark. Let's go back here, and we're going to hit information, system information, and this is all the system information that you're going to get inside the phone. Sorry for the focusing, guys. Alright. Now this phone does not have Exynos CPU. It does have an MTK 6589. The resolution of the screen is 1280 by 720 megapixels of resolution. Here we have the CPU frequencies. However, this goes up to 1.2 gigahertz for the max of the CPU. And let's see what else we got here. It has an internal memory of 8 gigabytes. It has a RAM of 1 gigabyte. Okay, and it has Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and I believe it's a great buy. The battery here, as you can see, I have about 85%, and I have used it for about half a day. You know, navigating through the web pages and playing some games for some short time. The good thing about this clone is that you have the option to upgrade the battery with the original S4 battery. Alright guys, so that's pretty much I'm going to go through with the review. I thank you very much for your thank you very much for watching this, and please subscribe for more, and have a good one.